Alright, this is my daily routine slash warm-up. I'll typically do this as my warm-up for a run or gym, or I'll just usually do it in the morning. So I start off with the massage gun. I'm just gonna kind of go through it quick, but I go from like feet all the way up to lower back. So I get my plantar fascia, I get the heel. I'll spend a lot more time on my feet and my calf. I get the Achilles tendon, calf, and like I said, I spend a lot more time. I'll probably spend like 5 or 10 minutes just on my feet and Achilles and calf. And then I get my hamstring. And this I'll just kind of touch depending on if I'm sore, if I have something else going on. Hamstring, IT band, get the quads, and kind of same thing. I don't spend as much time on my upper part of my leg as I do my lower part of my leg unless I have some type of soreness. And then I get my glutes, and then my lower back. And I do that for both sides. And so that I'll probably spend 5 to 15 minutes doing that. Then I do a little combination of balancing and opening up my shoulders. So I'll balance on one foot, and then I'll just do kind of these flies. I'll do 10 to 20 flies. And then I'll do a fly over my head. It's kind of the same thing. I'll do like 10 to 20. You can easily do these without the band. And then from behind my back, I'll do arm spins. I'll do 10, 20 forward and then backwards. And then I'll keep my arms locked out, and I'll just go over and back behind and I just stay balancing on one foot for all of this, and I'll do 10 of these as well. And I wasn't counting, so this was probably close to 10. And then I switch, do the other side, 1. So I do this just same exact thing, I just do it balancing on my other foot. And probably most Americans don't spend enough time opening up their shoulders, so this is a really good combination of things. I'm balancing, working on all the stabilizing muscles in my feet, hips, legs, and then I'm also opening up my shoulders, working on these stabilizing muscles up in the shoulder as well. And even without the band, this is a really lightweight band. This is like, if you buy a 3-pack of bands, this is the lightest one. And you'll probably feel it in your shoulders even without the band. And then from there, I do some more balancing. I have 2 kettlebells. The first round, same thing, I'm balancing again. I do 10 curls with the kettlebell. And I got this kettlebell at Marshall's for $15. So it's very affordable. It's kind of like, I just do a little circuit. I do 10 of these upright rows. And once again, this is a little more challenging for the balancing now that I'm moving around and I'm holding a weight. And I lost count again, but I do 10. I usually just do 10, 10, 10. Then I do a tricep press extension. And then now I do a shoulder press. And these I might meet my threshold for my balance. And so yeah, sometimes I make it all the way through that routine, and then I do the same exact thing. I switch feet. Upright. Triceps. And then I'll usually do 2 more with the heavier dumbbell. And I can't balance as much doing those. And then this is what I typically do before my runs, and I run most days. So I just do some standing hip circles. So just keep your feet in place, and you're literally just moving. Think about moving your hips like the biggest circle as you possibly can. I do 10 each direction, and I wasn't counting again, so. And then I get on all fours. I do cat and cow, and I do another hip circle. So first I just do the cat and cow. I'm literally just lowering my spine as low as I can to the ground, and then I'm raising my spine up as high as I can. This is the cow. So cat and cow, and same thing, I'll do this like 10 or 20 times. And I do this multiple times a day if my back is feeling sore. This is one I like to do first thing in the morning before long car rides, airplanes. I always do maybe a couple sets of these. And then, so like I said, I do like 10 to 20 of those. And then I do hip circles. So I bring my knee out, and I'm just making a big circle with my hip. And then I usually do a bird dog position, is like this, 2 points of contact, hand and knee. And so I usually do this position, and I do my leg circles, 10 on each side. Switch, other side. And so I'm just making a very big circle. With my hips. And then I do it again. I go the opposite direction. forgot one thing. So actually, I'll use this is just a PVC pipe. I'll typically do these a little earlier in the routine, but I just stand with my feet about shoulder width apart and trunk twist. And I'll usually do 10 to 20 of these as well. And depending on how tight I am, I might do a second set. But you can use a broomstick, you can use nothing, it's not that hard, just to swing with your arms. I think the PVC pipe or broomstick does help you stay a little more open in your shoulders, but if you don't have anything, that's fine too. And then I do side. And then I do a good morning. Try and keep maybe knees slightly bent and hinging at the hip. And I'll do 10 to 20 of these. And then I do lunges, and I do use a lot of times I do use the PVC pipe. If you can go out in the field and actually move in a line, like continuously, I think that's a little bit better, but I do 10 just regular forward lunges. And then the next one, I do a twist. And this is why I usually use the PVC pipe. It's definitely harder. And like I said, you don't need it. It's probably easier for most of you just to kind of hold your arms and then do your twist. And nice and slow. If you're just getting started, you want to be able to do the lunge and the twist without falling over or losing your balance. And then I do a backwards lunge. So you're just stepping backwards. And so 10 of everything. And then the last lunge I do is a side lunge. So I just step to the side. Kind of don't have all the space I need. And then from there I do another, it kind of varies. I actually stopped doing this recently because my plantar fascia, but I do 20 jumping jacks, and I try and do them as fast as possible as far as contact time. So I'm trying to move off the ground as fast as possible. And then I just do a short, same thing, fast side jumping. So I'm trying to do that as fast as possible. And then I just do a forward and backwards jump. And then I do the jumping jacks again. And then I do in place, standing skip in place. So like a high knee skip in place. And same thing, I'm trying to do those fast. Butt kicks. And then last one is a high knee. And those ones I'll usually do, if I'm not injured, I'll usually do 3 sets. And then that's about it. That's kind of the things that I try to do every day. I don't usually go through it this fast.